This is the plaintiff, I.C. Ely III. He says he and the defendant were in an on-and-off sexual relationship, and the woman lost her mind one day and busted 4 of his pickup truck's windows in some kind of fit of rage. She has to learn how to deal with her anger in a better, more constructive way. But in the meantime, she needs to pay him the $2,442.32 she owes, so he's suing. This is the defendant, Nadia Marie Payton. She says the crazy plaintiff maced her during a fight, so could she break his truck's windows? Next day, the plaintiff slashed her tires and egged her Hyundai Sonata, and he snapped her side mirror off. She hasn't had any contact with him since that night. They both acted ridiculously, and they're even. She's accused of busting it up.
All parties, please raise your right hand. People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Leon is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Mr. Ely, what happened here? How long have you two, or how long had you two been dating?
Well, it's about to be coming on 2 years. We've been dating consecutively, you know. It has been a little kind of rocky moments where we was, you know, on and off, but for the most part, we was together.
Well, you're not together now, are you?
No, we're not together now.
All right, and what happened that brings you to court today to your car?
Well, presently where I stay at now, I moved upstairs from my mother. I pay rent here. She had moved here with me too. And but she had found her apartment and got her a new car because she got some of that pandemic money. So she figured, you know, she don't need me no more. So she went on about her business. So during the course of that time, we still was having communication. I was still seeing her, you know, nights at a time. And one day she just got hostile and felt like she wanted some justice done on me, coming over here where I stay at presently and busting my truck up.
Yeah, but why did she bust your truck up? If she was moving on because she got her some of that pandemic money, why would she turn around and go bust up your windows? Like, what happened? Did you guys have a fight? What happened?
It's real simple, but it's not simple. If we talking about her state of mind, when she get under the influence of a little alcohol and maybe a drug per se of her choice, she get kind of delusional. So the beginning of this day, how I started, I had her new apartment keys. It was supposed to be ours because I was supposed to be giving her some money that she never did receive. So she wanted her keys back. So she called me, said, I needed my keys. And I said, where you at? I'm going to meet you and bring you these keys. We met at her mother's apartment complex. We drove from there to where the car was parked at. I got multiple vehicles. I leave a car at my job, sometimes. But the keys was in the vehicle. She was following me during the duration of us going to get the keys. She got caught at a traffic light. So I made it there before. Oh, and she's drunk too. So I made it there before her. So I called her and said, where is you at? She said, I'm here. I said, where you at? I don't see you here. I said, listen, I'm not going to play with this girl. I went to her apartment complex where we had her mother apartment complex where we had started at from the beginning. She was pulling in. What a coincidence. Immediately, she came towards my vehicle with her car, acting like she was going to ram a big Chevy. I got a 93 Chevy Caprice. She got a little small Hyundai, a 07, 4-cylinder. Wow. So I hopped out the car. I said, what is you doing? You know you ain't going to get nowhere with that. She thought about it. She bagged up, and I bagged up. Then when I hopped out the car, because remind you, I got her keys. Now I can actually give her keys physically. She started coming towards me, spraying me with mace.
She sprays you with mace.
Spraying me with mace. The mace that she possesses, I purchased for her for protection for herself in case indeed if she ever had a situation or a case that I wasn't there to protect her as her man, she can defend herself. But she using mace to harm me.
And according to you, he's the one who sprayed mace in your eyes, Ms. Payton?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
When? At this
Sprayed
very
me
same moment that he's talking about?
Yes, I did. I did try to spray him because he was running up on me. You see, he's a big guy. I'm a small lady. So I was trying to protect myself. The mace did not touch him at all. He came up in my face. I have contact lenses in. He came in my face and sprayed me to the point I couldn't see. These guys in the parking lot, he left me in the parking lot, gave the guys my house keys. He left me in there. I don't have on no shirt, no nothing. The guys, I don't even know who they were, trying to help me. You know, I could not see at all. He pulled off in his car.
Why don't you have a shirt? Why don't you have a shirt?
Pulled off the shirt. I pulled the shirt off to put some water on it, you know, to put in my eyes. You know, the guys helping me. I couldn't see. Yeah. And he just left me out there to die. I don't even know who these guys was. They could have raped me, did anything, you know? Like, I didn't know them from
Okay, and did he give you the key? Did he give you the key?
No, he did not. He did not give me my keys directly to me. He handed it to the guys that I
Okay,
didn't know.
but you got the keys. And why
Yes,
was
I
it?
did.
He's under the impression that he was supposed to move into the apartment with you. And why did you not want him to move into the apartment with you? Because he didn't pony up the dough?
No, because he's psycho. He getting deranged when he's drunk too. Why you talking about I'm a drunk? He drinks too, do drugs, whatever he be on. And he gets really he gets verbally abusive very bad. So I didn't want him in my house.
Mr. Ely, when in relation to what you just described, does your car windows all get busted?
Okay, that night, after I left that situation, I went and got something to eat. Say about 40 minutes later, I arrived at my house. A neighbor came from across the street that I talk to frequently. He said, "Oh, the girl that you be over here with, she just left from here, bursting out your truck window."
Is your neighbor here to testify?
No, my neighbor is not here. He's at work right now.
Okay, and if you have a witness I'm sorry, slow down. So do you have an affidavit from your neighbor?
No.
Did you call the police based on having an eyewitness?
Yes.
So show me your police report.
Oh, the incident number? Okay.
I'm asking you if you have the police report, not a cop's card. Yeah, no, I'm asking you, do you have
the incident number for the
right,
report.
so then, right, so you didn't get a report, and the report doesn't show you saying there's a witness, and I'm looking at your complaint. Yeah, in your complaint you say that the neighbor saw her, but you have to understand that when you come to court, you got to bring me evidence. You can't just say, someone witnessed it. Trust me, Judge. Yes. So, Ms. Payton, if not you, then who? Because you're the one who had the big fight with him that day. So let me hear from you. Did you bust his windows?
No, I'm not. No, I didn't bust his windows. He has other females besides me. I'm not the only one. How can I bust his windows when I was maced? I was maced.
Judge, I have my mother. She had talked to her on the phone, too. My mother asked her, "Why did you come over here and do this to this vehicle?" She stated that, "I didn't come over there and do this to this truck." So that's her telling on herself then that she did come over there and bust the truck out. I have 5 vehicles.
Where's your mother? Is your mother here to testify?
She couldn't be here because she had to be at work because of the time of the case.
Okay, so you understand what proof is, right, and how it works. What is it? Is this the back window? Wait, this is the back window that's in.
That's the hatch of the cab that goes on the pickup. Them the 2 small ones.
Did you bust up his windows, Ms. Payton? Come on, you can tell me. Did you bust up his windows?
I did not bust. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I did not bust all his windows out. I didn't because I couldn't see, but I was in the range, and yes.
Which ones did you bust out?
I'm under oath. I bust out the 2 side, the passenger side windows, and that back window been like that when you bought the truck. Like you bought the truck like that. Like it's a regular truck you don't even drive. First of all, like you're suing me for something you don't even drive barely.
Okay. Then why is that the one that you busted the windows on? Why didn't you bust one that he drives?
Look how
I mean, if you're gonna bust windows, bust the one that hurts.
I couldn't see, and he hid all his cars from me. They were hid. I couldn't see. I couldn't see what I was doing. I did not bust out all his windows. He probably did all
No,
that.
you just busted out some of his windows. You just busted out some of his windows, not all of his windows. That's your defense.
No, I did not bust out all his windows. He's not going to put all them raggedy old windows on me. Like, no. And
Did he ever do anything to your car?
Yes, he did. Yes. Yes. I sent pictures. He knocked my mirror off my car. He hit the front end of my car. He slashed my tires, and he egged my car right after the incident. So you got your payback. So what's the problem?
So according to you, he retaliated?
He did the egging of my car. He did the egging on my car while I was at work. I'm coming out of work from my client house. I go outside. Everybody in the complex like, you got eggs on your car, and your tire is flat. How you going to come up to my job and embarrass me like that? Like, who does that?
Welcome back to the People's Court. I'm Harvey Levin. The plaintiff says the defendant needs to learn how to deal with anger issues in a more constructive way because she has gone nuts on him. But the defendant says they both acted ridiculously the night in question and they're even. Let's listen.
Did you slash?
She
did you
wasn't
slash
at her job. She was at a client. She's a home health aide. I didn't slash her.
That's her job.
It's a job.
No. First of all, she disrespected my house where I moved in, where I housed her at. She didn't have nowhere to live at. You know what I'm saying?
Did you whack her mirror off of her car?
The mirror got whacked off by me after she did that to me. And that was 2 weeks later.
Did you slash her tires?
No. I let the air out of her front driver tire. She got air back in there because the cops helped her. They put it.
I have a question for you. Mr. Ely, how old are you?
I'm 35.
How old are you, Ms. Payton?
I'm 34.
I think that the two of you are a little long in the tooth to be acting like you're middle schoolers. I think that you two should have nothing further to do with each other. I think that you each bring out the absolute worst in the other person. This isn't normal behavior to be retaliating on each other's wheels like this. I think you both have an anger management issue, and I think you should both, for your own sakes, address that anger management issue. Why are you making a face at me while I'm talking to you? I can see you. You know that, right, Mr. Ely?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Mr. Ely, you're here.
I work with the public. I work with the public. I'm a professional driver. I don't have.
What does that have to do with anger management?
It has to do with her vandalizing.
You just finished telling me that instead of just handling it through the courts, you went and whacked her mirror off and let out the air in her tires, and you don't think that's an anger problem? It's an anger problem.
I gave her time to pay me. She said she was gonna pay me, and then when she got paid, I never heard from her. That's right.
Go ahead, answer that. Go ahead, Miss.
First of all, we gonna say this. How did you give me time to pay you when you did this the day after you maced me? You did it the next day I was at work. You did this the next day I was at work, and you said something about your little truck windows, but you came down to my job and you on camera at my job doing all this stuff in the parking lot.
Listen, the day
that was the day after.
My vehicle.
You ain't give me time to pay you.
Stop.
Did you? So your windshield.
Let me ask you a question. What was it he told you needed to pay him?
He didn't ever give me no amount. He just told me first of all, you was kind of like threatening me. You already know I don't even make nothing at work, and then you like you're gonna pay for my windows
so you
or else.
Be damaging nobody's property. You don't got the money.
You should be messing up my car and suing me. So you messed up my car. I can't
do you have any evidence of slashed tires? Listen up, Miss Payton. Do you have any evidence of slashed tires?
Yes. I have another phone. I couldn't send it the video. I have a video on my other phone right here. I could play for you if you want me to. Is it fine?
Play it for me. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay. That's the tire.
Yeah, no, but where's the slash? I'm trying to see where the slash was.
You can't see the slash, but you see my tire is flat.
Right. He says all he did was let the air out. He says he didn't slash it. There's a difference in the amount of damages.
I didn't get the thing, but I had to buy a whole new tire.
Judge,
I don't know.
Do you have in that video? Do we see the mirror that got broken off?
No.
He admits to the mirror being broken off. What kind of car is that?
A 2007 Hyundai Sonata, my little raggedy car, whatever he said.
Okay. And have you gotten an estimate to fix the mirror?
Nope.
Yes, $86.
Mr. Ely, let me ask you a question. She says that this is a car you don't even drive and that this is a car that you bought with the broken window in the back. What say you to that?
No, she's lying. This is my work truck. I do work out of this truck. I actually moved myself to my new resident in this truck. It's a pickup truck. That's what I use it for, to pick up things. I haul. I was about to start my mobile car wash business in it.
Why do you have bolt cutters in the front seat?
Because it's a work truck. I do work with bolt cutters.
What work do you do? You're a driver. What do you do with bolt cutters?
What's my side work? Like at one time I had locked myself out of my house because I got a lock on my door in the apartment. The two-family I had, so I had to use the bolt cutters to lock, to cut the bolt off because my key was left in the house. Miscellaneous things. And she also used this truck before to use when she didn't have a vehicle to get to her different clients because she didn't have a car when I met.
You know that you're at, what year car is this?
This is a 97 Chevy Silverado extended cab.
You're suing for more than what the car is even worth.
Originally,
did you know that?
Wasn't the price that I wasn't suing for. It was $600. The hatch on the back, they don't make it for that truck anymore. So that window by itself, individually, with the labor, was $2,000 itself.
Yeah, but that's absurd. That's utterly absurd. I think the 600 was a much more reasonable estimate. So, what you have to do.
I just wanted it for the windows. That's what they.
All right. So here's what's going to happen. I'm gonna order her to pay you $600 minus the $86 for the mirror that you admit you broke. And I'm going to suggest very, very strongly that you two have nothing else to do with each other. Verdict for the plaintiff in the amount of $514.
Oh.
So the plaintiff is going to get $514. Ms. Payton, what do you think about that? You okay with that or not?
I'm really not. I don't think he should get anything because, first of all, you don't even use the regular truck. And, besides that, he did damage my car, too. Like, I don't think he should get nothing.
How hard was it for you to break out the windows in his truck? What'd you use?
I don't even remember the tool that I used, but now that I'm thinking about it, I wish I would have never did anything. I wish I would have just left it up to God because he's an evil person.
An evil person. All right, you're not going to have anything more to do with him, right?
Oh, no, it's done. It's over with. He can move on. I'm moving on. I just want him to stay away from me and don't come to my house because he still do have my house keys. I forgot to mention about.
All right. Well, good luck to you. All right. Well, Mr. Ely, let me ask you. You didn't get nearly what you were seeking from the judge. What's your opinion of it?
No, yes, I did. I got the right decision on what she gave me. That was just because of that hatch. It was no longer available, so they just couldn't replace that window. But that decision she made I'm grateful for.
You're good. All right. How many eggs did you use on her car? A whole dozen?
I started to use the whole dozen because she deserved more. She deserved it, but it was probably like 3 of them.
No, okay. You're going to stay away from her now. It's over, right? She's trouble.
Oh, I've been moved on. I never needed her from the beginning. She needed me. She was fresh out of rehab, and she needs some more rehab.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Very interesting case. A minor feud, for sure. All right, here are the judges in another session of After the Verdict. Let's see what they have to say.
Mr. Ely said, he used a dozen eggs, but he wishes he'd thrown another dozen in there or something.
I ended with 3, but I don't have an anger problem.
No. I mean, here you have a really toxic relationship, emotions just overriding all rational behavior, and I'm sure it probably felt good for her when she was smashing the windows, but...
It never feels good later.
Yeah, a little bit later on, it's going to hurt, and you're going to pay, and there are going to be consequences. When you're a judge in a civil case, very often you read the complaint and the answer, and you walk into the courtroom and you're thinking, as the facts unfold and the testimony comes out, you're going to find a hero and a villain in the courtroom. And then you hear all the testimony, and sometimes you end up with 2 villains, right?
Okay, Barbara wants to know this. Hey, Harvey, if a truck sign says not responsible for damages and a rock flies off and hits a car, are they really absolved from financial responsibility? No. And I'll tell you why. When you go, for example, to a parking lot and you park there and they have signs say not responsible for damage, you've made a contract with that person and you are accepting that liability limitation. If you're driving on a highway and you see a sign on a truck where it says we're not responsible, they can't just absolve themselves if there are loose rocks in the truck and it kicks up and it flies off the truck. So I think that is not enforceable. Now, if the truck kicks up a rock from the ground as it's driving along and that rock hits your car and it doesn't come off the truck, they're not responsible for that because that's not negligence. But if they haven't packed the truck right and it's loose and there are loose rocks and they hit yours, it doesn't matter what that sign says, they're responsible. So that'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case inside the courtroom.